Good afternoon, guests and speakers. My name is Vaageesh, and I'm a Year 12 student at Oran Park Anglican College. When I first got asked to share my story, I had no clue where to start. I'm sure you've heard of plenty of other stories of how people came to Christ, and more often than not, it starts off with something along the lines of, I'm so glad to be born and raised in a Christian household, but I can't start mine that way. For me, I first heard about Jesus at school, while I twiddled my thumbs in countless chapel services. Despite not being in a Christian household, I've always been to Christian schools. So naturally, I heard about this Jesus guy a lot. But of course, little me didn't really care. I was probably too busy learning my timetables or eating Kinder eggs. Anyway, back in Year 2 at Oran Park, my Year 2 teacher, Mr. Baker, ran this club called a CRU group. In my head, it was an easy way for me to get lollies every lunchtime by reading this thing called the Bible. He shared stuff like David and Goliath or Daniel and the lion's den, and they were kind of just stories that sat in my head, and I didn't really understand the message of them just yet. For a long time, Jesus was just a CRU group thing, similar to the other stories I would hear at home, but I would basically just forget about them. But God was working in my heart, challenging me on whether I should be living life my own way or under him. I started to realize that once we die, it's not over. We were going to get judged after death. This shocked me because wasn't God meant to be loving and gracious? Why would he let people willingly go to hell? There was no sugarcoating it that God would judge, but there was still hope because Jesus took my place on the cross for me. As the verse Isaiah 53 verse 6 says, "We all like sheep have gone astray. Each of us has turned to our own way, and the Lord has laid on him the iniquity of us all." Which showed me how God's grace let us choose whether we rejected or accepted his word. It was free will that let us do this. That's when I put my faith in him and his saving grace. After deciding to put my faith in Jesus, life wasn't suddenly perfect with all sunshines and rainbows, but now I have the certainty that I'll be saved. To this day, I have the joy of attending CRU group with friends as a crucial reminder of how important it is to live for Jesus and share his message with others. So even though I didn't grow up with Jesus in my cultural world, I was still able to find the truth through Jesus. And a big part of that is CRU, and all of you and your help. Without the help of CRU and my CRU group, I may not have even pursued my faith and wouldn't even be here today. So it's your contributions that have a direct impact on young people like me to be able to find out about Jesus. Thank you so much to your fantastic support to CRU. Your contributions really do make the difference. Thank you.